Hello everyone, it is Pelican Dude, and today we are going to be playing a new game. Not so much a new game as in new in general, but new as in specifically new to this channel. So this is Civilization 5, as I'm sure most of you will recognize. Um, it's been out since 2010, so it's nothing to do... Oh, and I have quick movement on. Hold on, let me just quickly turn that off, because in single player I enjoy actually seeing the animations. I think it makes the game look pretty. Um, but yeah, this was new to this channel. It's the first time I'm playing Civ here on a TA Pelican Dude channel. Thought I'd give it a go, see how things are. Starting out here, I'm playing as Venice, and there's an interesting reason for that we'll get into, but I'm just going to kind of quickly try and get an idea of my surroundings. So we've got some hills, some forest, that's nice. We're on plains. Um, Animal husbandry might be a good thing to go for, but I think we'll start out going for pottery and get some granaries and whatnot going. But yeah, why Venice? So anyone who's unfamiliar with Civ is probably not aware of this, but if you have played Civ 5, you know that Venice is a very weird civilization to play as. And we've met Indonesia, which she's kind of warlike, which is a bit unfortunate, but that'll be fine. Because Venice cannot expand in the same way that other civilizations can. So Venice is only capable of... Let me city-state? It's only capable of having one city that it is fully in control of, Venice, the capital. Any other cities you have to puppet. You cannot annex other cities, and you cannot make settlers to make other cities for you. Now, Venice does have a special, unique unit called the Merchant of Venice that allows you to annex city-state, or not annex, but again, puppet city-states. But there is no way to actually expand normally. It's all either through conquest or through Merchants of Venice. And we're playing on King difficulty here, and our goal is something that might sound a bit crazy. We are going to win a domination victory with Venice on King difficulty. So, honestly, I don't know how well this will go over. It might fail terribly, but we're going to try it out. So we'll see how it goes. I think I'm going to grab animal husbandry here. What I would really like is to get more food going. We are finding a few ruins, which is nice. Ruins, of course, helping us get off the ground early game. And we have managed to get spearmen, so that's alright. You know, we've got 60 gold, and we already got the extra population, which extra population's basically my favorite thing to get. The other thing that's, of course, really great to get is an advanced technology. But so far, looks like we've got a good start. We're sort of wedged in between this lake, and I'm hoping this is the main ocean. We're going to adopt tradition, of course, to start out with here. Tradition being best for small empires, which we are going to be at first anyway, eventually moving on to the conquering, but for now, with the smallness. So yeah, that is the plan. Win a domination victory with a civilization that just cannot expand at all. So, it'll be, hopefully, a fascinating journey for us to go on. Alright, so we've skipped ahead a little bit here, just a early game in Civ. Not the most happens, especially as Venice, so I'm going to be cutting a few things here just to kind of get through some of the more tedious parts, but we've run into Egypt here, so I'm just kind of trying to give you periodic updates as interesting things happen. See, we started work on a granary here in Venice because we really need food. And also, we're researching writing, and we've got our worker making the first farm on wheat. Thankfully, we do have 2 wheat, so we can get some nice farms up relatively soon here. start growing our population. And as you can see, Egypt is down here in the south. So all this is essentially amusing way. It's amusing, but okay. They want an embassy with us, so we will do that. That's fine. They have writing already, is something that we can learn as a result of that. I would like to make the Great Library, hopefully, because I would like to get a scientific advantage, because part of this whole playing with only one city thing is just going to mean that I'll probably always have less units than everybody else, so hopefully I will try and have better units. Although Venice can support a pretty large army because of trade, which is another thing that we're going to take advantage of. So when we're doing all this scouting early game, this is essentially just like conquest mapping. Like we can see we've got Egypt down south here, Indonesia somewhere up north, and just figuring out what territories would be better for us to take, And apparently we are in the world's best, we are equal with the world's best fed people, despite the fact that I feel like I'm not getting the most food right now, but whatever, I guess that's alright. Oh, maybe we just finished that farm, that's why we jumped up a little bit. And researched writing. And a natural wonder, which is always good. So, basically what's going to be interesting about this, I think that as a result of the fact that as a result of the fact that we are only going to be able to have our capital as our mainly controlled city, I think my plan is going to be a bit evil, but I think I'm going to raise all cities except for the enemy capitals is going to be the plan on how we're actually going to conquer these enemy civs. We're not going to bother puppeting too many of their cities. It's a bit evil, but we'll work with it. And I think the next most important tech to research will be, I think we'll go with trapping, because we do have those deer right there, and we can make circuses. Or wait, you need horses to make circuses, but we'll get horses pretty soon here. And we have a tile right there. So yeah. Cut, I guess? Okay, so unfortunately we're dealing with some barbarians here up at the capital, which I say the capital, but really it's the only city, so, I can see the borders of somebody else's civilization peeking through here. We have our spearmen back. We've adopted honor, both because it'll help us with these barbarians, and also because we are planning on being a warlike civilization if we're going to be going for a conquest victory. So actually I'm not even going to bother. Well, okay, we still need to attack them with the spearmen. I thought that the city attack would take them out, but oh well. We'll be able to take them out with the spearmen now. And unfortunately there are encampments just right next to us, basically. But we'll go up here. We're going to fix this tile improvement, and okay, that's open terrain, so we're going to promote him for fighting in open terrain, which I think is shock, right? And we're going to try and clear out this encampment first, and then we'll send him around and clear out the other encampment. I want to get this great library done, so that way we can get our acts together in terms of our technology. But for now, okay, we have Portugal in the game. For now, we are going to be focusing on clearing out these barbarians. Alright, we can see our war is going decently well with the barbarians in the north here. I'm going to have to move these workers here in order to actually protect them from getting taken by the barbarians, but oh well, sometimes that happens. We will take out this encampment, and then we will be able to move the workers into where the encampment previously was, and then we'll use our spearmen to kill these last few remaining warriors. Yeah, major victory here. We're going to basically wipe them out. So things are going quite swimmingly, and we'll be able to, of course, circle back now with the spearmen and take out the encampment to the south. I'm kind of hoping I get a city-state quest for that. but oh well. And we're going to make him kind of well-rounded and just go ahead and give him the drill promotion as well for fighting in rough terrain, because we do have a good mix of different types of terrain down in this area. And I can adopt a policy while I'm at it. So I think we'll just continue down the tradition tree right now. Adopt patronage once that becomes available, but it's not quite available for us yet. We have sailing now, which is good, because it'll allow us to make trade ships, which make us a lot of money. And how far are we from... Okay, 2 turns from the Great Library, so we'll be able to get a free... We'll probably pick drama and poetry for our free tech there. Calendar will be useful. We have quite a few resources around us that require calendar, so I'm going to go ahead and research that while we're working on it. And we'll continue on with the game. Alright, so we're launching our first ship here to meet the... We've met Sydney, and apparently we are the first civilization they have met, which is interesting considering directly between us is the great... Or, they are directly between us and the great nation of Portugal. I'm going to go ahead and make a cargo ship. I know that my happiness is getting pretty low, but I think we'll be okay. We're definitely going to need mining. I can't believe I've actually gone this far without researching it. But we'll need mining to clear out the forest, but at least it'll only take us a couple turns to actually research. Sydney is kind of an interesting spot. They'll make a good trading partner for us. We're making a trade ship right now, and this way we'll be able to just quickly shoot that trade ship back and forth between the two of us, and hopefully it'll have very minimal interference as a result of being so close, which this is nice. This is all setting us up for hopefully some good positioning later on in the game, because basically we're going to have to completely rely on city-states for our economy. So we've met Yerevan, which is nice, and we've now healed up our spearmen. These guys have finished the farm, and we're going to go ahead and start building a plantation, so that way we can start dealing with the fact that our happiness is getting relatively low, but not quite negative yet, which is good. But yeah, we're going to be completely reliant on city-states for making money, as Venice is. And we've met Rome. I feel like we've met a lot of people already. How many? Okay, so there's 5 of us all on this one landmass right here. So that means that there's only 3 civilizations on the other landmass. We are playing on continent type, a continent type map. So we should be seeing 2 larger continents, although presumably the third one, or the second continent, where it's only 3 civs, is hopefully a bit smaller, just to balance things out. And the barbarians, in their infinite wisdom, are spawning a galley, because that's very useful on that inland sea where probably no other ships will ever go. Yeah, things are going well. It's amusing. So today is the day that Independence Day Resurgence came out, and whatever your thoughts on the movie itself, I haven't actually seen it yet, but I saw this promotion. This promotion for it on 20th Century Fox that was the clearly making some political jabs, but they were talking about it was like a video by the Earth Defense Force or whatever, and they were talking about the different proposals they got after the initial alien invasion in 1996, and they're like, oh, one of the initial proposals for how to defend the Earth was the space wall, and they were going over the space wall and trying. It was clear that it was kind of ridiculous and absurd, and they were like, why didn't we ever build it? And it's like, well, we couldn't find anyone to pay for it. So clearly some political jabs there. Made me laugh a little bit. Also kind of a supreme lack of subtlety at the same time. I don't know. It was there's some interesting political situations going on in the world, as I'm sure everybody is aware. So whatever you want to feel about that, I guess that's your opinion that you're entitled to. So we're going in here. That encampment's not on the wall. I just want to make sure. Want to be as careful in dealing with pirates as we possibly can. And we're going to get out of Melbourne now. We're going to go ahead and start expanding our city-state influences a little bit by pledging to protect Sydney while we're in the area. We are in the classical era. I did complete the Great Library. So we should actually be able to adopt patronage in a minute. So that'll be good. We're still a little ways away from being able to adopt a new social policy, but once we do, we'll start raking in that city-state influence, which is of supreme importance for the Venetian Republic? Monarchy? I don't really know what we are at this point. You know, it's, wow, we must have just missed Rome when we were exploring. Remember, we sent a unit right around here, so we literally just missed them earlier. That's funny. But yeah, I don't know what form of government we're technically in right now, because, you know, it's civilization and it's ancient times, so who knows. Alright, so here we go. We've just discovered optics, which means we get a Merchant of Venice, and I could use this to purchase one of these city-states, but I'm instead not going to. I'd rather make a customs house, which will give us +4 gold per turn when worked. And I personally think this will be a better long-term investment for us right now than any sort of purchasing of the city-states. I think these city-states will be more valuable as trading partners and allies than as puppets to us. That's my personal opinion. Yell at me in the comments if you want to. But yeah, things are going... Excuse me. Things are going quite well. So far, anyway. Somebody has built a statue of Zeus, which is a bummer. I kind of wanted to build that, but oh well. When you only have one city, you've got to pick your battles wisely. Quite literally in this case, going for domination. But things are getting off the ground in an alright manner. We've got 3 trade routes up, which is important for Venice. And I'd like to get the 4th one up with Prague soon. But for now, or actually, I wonder how well I would do trading with Braga here, if that would make me more money. This is all about profitability. I don't really care who I'm trading with. I'm going to stab everybody in the back eventually, but in the meantime, we're focused on making money. We're 2 turns away, about to be 1 turn away from National College, so our cities will be happy, or making a lot of science. I'm not sure. Okay, so Prague apparently wanted us to discover a lot of technology, which we did, and now they're happy with us. So we're going to pledge to protect them because they will be a useful ally, just like all city-states will eventually be in this game. And I will make a... This is tough, but I think the Great Lighthouse will be more important for our endeavors, being that we are a trading mercantile civilization. So that is the current status of things. I think that this will be a good place to end the first episode. First episode, not terribly exciting. We're just getting things off the ground here. That's why I cut out a fair portion of just me going through turns, making little tile improvements and things like that. Things will get more exciting as we go on and we start conquering other lands and burning their cities to the ground and taking their capitals for our own. And Melbourne wants Prague bullied, but you know what, Melbourne, we're doing way better relationship-wise with Prague than we are with you, so I know we're trading with you, but it's just not going to happen right now, bud. You know? I was about to try and think of a Prague pun there, but I failed, so I think now is as good a time as any to end the episode. So yeah,
There is no man, however
with
wise.
that, Venice will hopefully rule the world. One day. But for now, they're still just a tiny little sinking city, waiting for their time to shine.